Hey everyone, we've got some exciting updates today on Xbalanque 5.1 and 5.2 banners, modifications on Xilonen's banner, new sort of leaks about the RD main stat selector, and fresh updates on Pyro Traveler and the reward system. Make sure to stick around until the end for all the latest insights and discussions. Before we dive in, we're nearing 21k subscribers, and once we hit 22k, as promised, I'll be announcing the rules for a 10 Vulcans giveaway. We're just 1,726 subs away from reaching that milestone. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to join in and be a part of the journey and all the future giveaways. First up, let's talk about some minor sort of leaks regarding the Pyro Traveler and Statue of 7. Rumor has it that instead of receiving constellations for the Pyro Traveler, players will now earn Acquaint Fates to level up this character. Although the method for obtaining constellations for Pyro Traveler isn't fully detailed yet, but it's likely that they will be obtainable through the Archon quest or a similar feature. For now, you can expect to receive 3 Acquaint Fates from the Statue of 7. Additionally, another rumor has it that the Traveler will acquire Pyro abilities directly from the Pyro Archon. So based on rumor 1 and 2, it's understandable that there's no Pyro Traveler in version 5.0, but this information comes from an unverified source, so keep this in mind as speculation. Now, onto the 5.2 banners. We're likely to see Mavuika featured in this patch according to multiple reliable sources. If she doesn't appear in 5.2, she will definitely be in 5.5 following the Lantern Rite event. In my opinion, if not in 5.2, she has to be in 5.3, as 5.5 or 5.6 would be her rerun. Xilonen was also expected to be a part of 5.2, with earlier sort of leaks suggesting she would come alongside Mavuika. Xilonen is anticipated to be a Geo Bow character, and we have some updates about her functioning from a trustworthy source. According to Foul and HXG, Xilonen wields 3 orbs, each capable of changing its element depending on the teammate's elements. So when she activates her X state, let's call it that for now, it reduces her resistance to the orb element and geo, and upon leaving the state, a resistance reducing effect is created. Now, as all typical characters' constellations, her C1 would reduce her X state consumption, and her C2 would provide major buffs, which will be impressive and groundbreaking. Initially, there was some confusion when Foul mentioned Xilonen for 5.1, as we all thought we were only getting Shaska, but older sort of leaks suggested only one new 5-star character would debut in 5.1, making it possible that either Xilonen or Shaska could be featured. In my opinion, it's possible that Xilonen would appear in 5.2 alongside Mavuika, but I'd still say what I said in my previous videos. Stay cautious and stay tuned for any new updates on this. For Xbalanque, the road of release does not seem to be clear. Although we might see some parts or fragments of Xbalanque, some cutscenes, but apart from that, there's no news of his banner or release, so forget about him appearing as playable in 5.1.2. Recent sort of leaks did suggest his appearance as playable in 5.3, but those were debunked to be wrong and quoted by unofficial sources, so indeed stay tuned for any new updates on this. Moving on to the reruns in 5.2, as I've previously said in my videos, an Archon rerun is the best possibility. I mean, given Hoyover's tremendous shift in Archon rerun patterns, it's really hard at the moment to predict which Archon might return. It could be Furina, Nahida, Venti, and Zhongli. Furina or Nahida might see their reruns in 5.1 or be swapped with Zhongli. That wraps up our discussion on 5.2 banners and reruns. Next up, let's dive into the new info about the RD main stat selector. Home DJ Cat's insights indicate there might be limits on how many main or substats you can choose, and as with Hoyover's approach, they may not make it too easy. It's significant that we'll finally be able to to select main and substats for RDs. However, if you don't have enough X material, your chances could drop to 0. So he's advised to use this feature wisely, and he'll update about it more in the future. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you all updated with any new information or discussions. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.